When I plan my attack, when I plan my attack, I doubt that you're ready. Rhymes like bullets penetrate your zone. One time on the MIC. When I plan my attack, I doubt that you're ready. Rhymes like bullets penetrate your zone. On the MIC.
Yeah. White on the track again, PPL is back again, coming for the Patty's twins, cause she the champion. It's the Pantheon Cup we all battle for. When rivals get to scrapping, it's a savage war. This is what we waited for. Finally, y'all, the time is here. Fantasy is back. My favorite fucking time of year. Light your bloods is time now. PPL is live now. The show where shit gets real, dog. We're all after the pie now. Gino in the jet, he hosts the show, uploading videos. He does it all from A to Z. You like the league to pay the fee or win it all and play for free. Play to be the best or lazy. It's a league of competition. Still the crown, that's the mission. Dog, it's time to get it cracking, plan your moves and start attacking. PPL is back in action, teams get mad, you know what happens. Hate each other, play with passion, build a team with trades and drafting. I think I done said my part, it's time for PPL to start.
When I plan my attack, I doubt that you're ready. Rhymes like bullets penetrate your zone.
And here we are, the final week. Pantheon Cup 13 years long and strong in the PPL, and we have, for the first time in PPL history, a rematch of the year prior matchup. Pantheon Cup 13 is a rematch of Pantheon Cup 12. Omega Conference champions Patty's Twins taking on Only for the Boss for the second year in a row. PPL live, ready to go. But before we jump into our Pantheon Cup 13 special, let's get you back to Final Four weekend. Starting with Only for the Boss and the Dolphins defense holding the line, shocking the Argonauts 163 to 152. And Patty's Twins, the Omega Conference champions, makes the statement, ends the high-scoring season of the United Play as the Destroyers. 145 to 128. Alrighty, man. Ulysses is on the line. He's here with me. Hey, man, I got to know, who was your MVP of Final Four weekend, man? It was a great week.
Yeah, I mean, lots of candidates, a lot of guys coming out of nowhere, really putting up points. And you called it last week. I gotta go with Patty's Twins and Justin Jackson.
Right. Wow. Feather in the cap there.
I mean, again, going out there, watching her guy Eckler going COVID protocol. What does she do? Gets the backup.
Right.
Guy comes in, gets 30 points on the flex spot. She almost had an issue with COVID protocols with Gibson here. I thought she should have maybe moved this around, but hey, no harm, no foul.
Right.
Jackson goes out there, puts up 30, and she cruises back to Pantheon Cup, looking to defend. Right.
Very impressive. Patty's Twins, second year in a row they're in the Pantheon Cup. I believe this is now their 5th appearance overall. On their way to dynasty status if they can pull off a second Pantheon Cup in as many years. The only other team to do that was the Argonauts. Didn't think we'd have a team do it so quick. So impressive on Patty's Twins side. I'm going to the other side, man. My MVP of Final Four weekend is the guy who got Final Four weekend started with the fireworks. I'm going with Deebo Samuel. They really set Only for the Boss up for a huge upset. A strong 22 out of the gate, running the ball, receiving, really getting it done for the Boss, replacing production. And he's really giving them the running game that they were lacking in the season, and is the number 2 receiver in the PPL. He can make an argument for league MVP for what he's given Only for the Boss, especially in the late stretch. Got to give Deebo Samuel the love as they were able to topple the Argonaut Empire on their way back to the Pantheon Cup. They've beaten the Argonauts for the second year in a row. But it don't mean a thing if you can't win the ring, and Only for the Boss knows that. I think that they're all ready and set up. That being said, man, let's jump into Pantheon Cup 13. Challenger Only for the Boss, taking on defending champion in a rematch, Patty's Twins. All right, man, I've been saying it all along. We got the challengers Only for the Boss, Patty's Twins, the champion. Pantheon Cup. You might as well call it Patty's Cup 13 here for the Twins. What do you think of this one, man? Only for the Boss looking for revenge. Patty's Twins looking to cement themselves in Pantheon Cup history. What do you got here, man? Well, they're already cemented, but go even further.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really excited for this matchup. I mean, again, this is the first time we've ever had a rematch consecutively.
Right.
This will be the third time these teams have played, and only for the Boss has taken the other two pretty handedly.
Right.
Week one, I think we all picked only for the Boss to get that one. We're really sure what the teams were going to look like.
Right.
Week 14, again, Boss scraping by the one. They had to win this one for their life. I'm too excited about this match.
Okay.
I think that overall you're looking at a team, and only for the Boss is basically going to be able to go at full strength now. Kelsey's going to be back. I really like the matchups. You know, I think what we've seen with only for the Boss this season is their ability to trade, diversify.
Yeah.
Getting a guy like Elijah Mitchell, he's keeper status, I think,
okay,
for this team. Potentially, you see Stephon Diggs should have a field day in Atlanta. Justin Jefferson, that Minnesota game, that could get high scoring.
Right. No Kirk, though, man.
No, exactly. I mean, Debo and company should absolutely destroy Houston. They're garbage this
right.
season. And I love them getting the Patriots coach against Jacksonville. I expect the Patriots, after losing 2 in a row, Bill Belichick's going to have a game plan for Jacksonville. Count that as a win.
Right. Easy.
I think that the only thing that potentially traps them here is we look at this Kansas City game. They're going to Cincinnati.
Okay.
Cincinnati's playing some ball right now, both more on the offensive side, but I think that they could go toe-to-toe here.
Okay.
But just looking at it, weather may be a factor here, where it's potentially going to be rainy, cold, wet. May not be that offensive fireworks. Other side, I mean, Aaron Rodgers and company, Austin Eckler, that, Jonathan Taylor, and then it gets a little dicey.
Okay.
You know, we're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Are they going to go Pittman? A lot of eggs in that Indianapolis field.
Wentz is off the COVID list, though.
Wentz is off the COVID list, but I mean, you know, where's he at? I mean, Tyreek Hill was off the COVID list last week. How healthy are these guys after they come back is a big question mark. Antonio Gibson's another guy in that boat.
Right.
And I'm not so sure about this Rams coach.
That's a head scratcher.
There's just something here telling me that's potentially a game. This is a game the Rams, should on paper win. Baltimore's been struggling.
Yeah.
But Baltimore's got some gamer in them. You can't tell me that that they're in the hunt and they're gonna go out there and get smashed at home. I don't see it happening.
And the last time they played the Rams, they ran them off the field, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, as it stands, I think that Patty's Twins can definitely make some moves here to get this. But with the lineups as they are, with Kelsey back in, I actually think that only for the Boss gets this one relatively comfortably.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that they get this 145 to the Twins 128.
Revenge, victory in Pantheon Cup 13 for only for the Boss.
Yes.
All right, man. You know what? I think Patty's Twins is going to make a few moves, but in the end, I think that it's going to be a lot for them to overcome. Antonio Gibson is going to be out this week. Jonathan Taylor carried them to victory in the Pantheon Cup last year. But let's remember what happened in last year's Pantheon Cup. At the end of that matchup, Patrick Mahomes was not available. Travis Kelce was not available. Like you said, those guys are at full strength this time. Only for the Boss. I think last week was where they did what they needed to put themselves in position to win the Pantheon Cup. I think looking at the lineups this week, they're on track to get it and to be only the third Alpha Conference team to ever hoist the trophy. So the Boss, I think, is setting themselves up well. But here's where it can get tricky for Patty's Twins. The Chiefs or the Chargers have to bounce back after last week's debacle. Austin Eckler's back, Keenan Allen's back. That has been a huge source of points for the Twins all year long. If the Chargers can roll, I think that's going to be what gets Patty's Twins over the top. They're going to have a hard time replacing production at the wide receiver and flex positions. That head coach also is a head scratcher, but Patty's Twins showed us last week that they can will and deal and make last-second adjustments with the best of teams. It's won them Pantheon Cups in the past. But in the end, I don't know if it's going to be able to get them over the top here. I think it's a meant to be season for only for the Boss. It's their year Debo Samuel's going to play huge against Houston. I like the 49ers against the Texans. They have to bounce back. I think that the Chiefs and the Bengals will there'll be some scoring there, and I think Kelsey and Mahomes could figure into that scoring. Rashad Penny was huge last week and has been huge for them on their playoff quest this year. And I think that it all really comes down to how Justin Jefferson plays in the night game with Aaron Rodgers being her last resort. It could come down to Sunday night. And if Kirk Cousins is being compromised is an issue, that could spell doom for the boss. But in the end, I think they'll be up by too much. And I think we'll have our first Alpha Conference Pantheon champion that isn't the Argonaut since Pantheon Cup, 6, when the Mean Machine dearly departed won it. So that being said, I have only for the boss hoisting Pantheon Cup 13 glory, bringing the Alpha Conference back to the top. I got only for the boss winning this matchup 142 to Patty's Twins 129. Alrighty, PPLers, thanks for another great season of PPL action. I had a great year. We had fun. And just so I remind you, my Pantheon Cup pick was only for the boss. And yet here we are, only for the boss, looking to close in on that championship trophy. Or will Patty's Twins make themselves a dynasty? Me and Ulysses think it'll be the boss, but I'm sure the Twins will have something to say about that. And it's all going to close out in spectacular fashion on Sunday Night Football with Justin Jefferson and Aaron Rodgers. You guys have a great, long, fun offseason. Be safe. See you guys next year. And much love.